This is getting farcical, folks. So it is. Try to work this out now for a while. Right, here we go again. And well, that's adding you, David. So you don't need to send me another.
You got me?
I've got you now.
And sideways.
Right, you need to turn the volume up a bit on your phone, on your media on your phone, David.
Well,
If you just press the volume up on it, it'll give you a wee bell icon. Press on the bell icon, it'll give you the option to turn up the media on your phone.
Where the fuck's that?
See when you press to turn up your volume button, when the
Yeah.
line comes up, it'll either have 3 dots or it'll have a bell icon with 3 dots. Press on it, and that'll adjust the mic volume. The other option, of course, is plug in a wee Lavernal mic.
Aye. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
That's fine, and that's good enough.
I could just, I mean...
Give me a second. I'm just going to set up this...
I'll just turn this...
Fuck's sake. A bloody spider hanging out of my blooming stand. Right then.
Fix yourself off, David. You need to wait a minute, David. I think Frank's going to give you some advice here. Nah, he's popped off and all. Now, let's see if we can get you back, David. Hope you're finding this entertaining, folks. It's too high up. Can't see your heat.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'm going to adjust that.
Maybe sat weird close to the phone and all. Got half a heat.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm busy setting the bloody thing up.
Definitely need a microphone, David. Your phone's not right. Volume in your media in your phone's not great. Or the mic on your phone. You might have advanced settings right enough. You know, as I can see, is a computer behind your heat.
Yeah, hang on. Just watch yourself.
I just angle it down a wee bit now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Goes that way. Goes that way. How's that? Is that all right? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine, dude.
Testing, 1, 2.
I can hear you fine, David. I'm as deep as a fucking doorpost. you know. So I've just stuck in my headphones. I can hear you much better. Okay, are you hearing me okay? Yeah.
I hear you fine. Right now, I just want to find out about the lag, all right? And I want you to try and, I'm going to do the alphabet, and I'm going to do it 1 second, and I want you to sort of say it at the same time, all right? So here we go. A,
A,
B.
B.
Now you're full second behind, right? Try it again. Here we go.
Right.
A,
A,
B,
B,
C.
C.
Yeah, there's about a
Slight
1
lag.
second lag. But just deal with that. That's all.
Aye, that's okay. Can deal with that. I'm hearing you fine though. So this seems to be the best way to do this for the time
It's
being.
working. What I'll do, I'll read up on the software. If I need to buy software, I'll get it in. That's it. And then we play about to our heart's content.
Aye. If you're having to get the software, then let me know what software it is you're getting, and I'll buy the same one.
No,
and then we can
need
go
one
through
copy.
it together. Sorry?
No, we just need one copy.
We need one copy.
Yeah, if we're going to have it if you want to get it yourself, fine, okay. But if we're going to do this, we just need one copy to be able to allow us to add on more screens.
Aye, well, we'll need to sort something out. Because this, the reason why I was saying I'll buy it at the same time, the same software, then we can learn together.
Yeah, fine.
How you use it. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
you know how crap I'm at this stuff. So if we're going to get into this streaming and editing and all that, then let's do it together and I can learn while we go along.
Fine, good point.
You know,
You said that Frank was on trying to give a bit of advice.
I think he was trying, but he disappeared. He didn't actually join.
Well, what you do is we'll kill this now, right? You go in and see if Frank's getting useful to help us out with, then fine, that's okay.
Send me a message. He was getting useful to say, you want to help us out with. I don't want to get rid of the nuisances on this bloody messenger. Some maddie keeps asking to get inside my stomach, but you know, seems like a nice enough. Seems like a nice enough fella, but a wee bit strange. You know.
Yeah, to liven things up. Man walks in the bar, holding a screwdriver above his head. And he says, "This is not a drill." Anyway, enough of that.
Keep the dad jokes for the Wayne. See, this seems to be the best way to do it at this point.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask the audience if they can hear us all right.
Yep. Okay. Hello, audience. Can you hear us? Testing.
Apparently my volume's a bit
1, 2.
low, so I'll dig. Apparently my volume's a bit low, so I'll dig my mic out.
All right.
Oh no, that's not going to work, is it? Because if I plug the bloody mic in, I won't be able to hear you.
Correct.
Turn the bloody volume up, your computer, folks. Because I've no intention of getting into your rant. What I could do, I suppose, is sit a little bit closer to the phone.
Brian Hamilton. Which Davy? We're both called Davy.
No, you're David, I'm Davy. I'm a wee bit low, folks, I'm sorry. It just seems to be the way this bloody thing is. I've got the media up full blast.
Irene Clutch says, sounds okay. Can hear you. David is fine. Davy's a bit low. Right, so I take it I'm David and you're Davy.
It'll be people who, I am Davy, obviously. They're fucking plastered the other side of your truck, you madman. No, I just need to maybe get in a wee bit. I just maybe need to get in a wee bit closer to the phone. You know, a wee bit closer to the mic.
Yes, right.
Because I'm for some reason the sound on this thing's no. What's brilliant, just no right.
Hold on a second. Try a wee experiment here, and we'll get interactive feedback. Okay.
Right.
Right, folks. What's going to happen is I'll count to 5. And leave it for a few seconds for you to tell us if that's okay. And then Davy will do the same. All right? So you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well,
If you can,
David,
so
those on the phone will not be picking it up so great. Whereas
yeah.
those that are sitting at home with a computer will turn the volume up. You know what I mean?
He's saying that David McGuinness is a bit lower.
Aye.
So it's your crap phone, David. You need to buy another phone.
That's it. My crap phone. Let's have a look at the sound options. I'll sort it out because I'll just have to get into settings and turn the media volume up a bit because the mic on this is it's a stereo mic. It's a good mic. It's on it, David.
Yeah. We'll set it to 11.5.
I see. I'll get into the settings once we're finished. I mean, people that are sitting in front of their computers can turn the volume up. I guess it's a wee bit more a problem on the phone. You know, when you've only got small speakers and things like that.
I'll just mirror you to the TV. Somebody's actually been brave enough to put us on a big screen telly.
Oh, listen, I've got a neighbour up the road does that with my show. It drives her
Talk
husband round the twist.
Talk about Scary Mary. Bloody hell.
But of course, if you've got a smart TV, the option is to put it on a smart TV and
Can
turn
I
your
try an
volume up a little.
experiment here, David?
Aye, go ahead. That's the whole point.
Turn your head to the right. I thought as much. It's mirrored, right? Okay, I'll do the same. Right, you turn your head to the right. Keep it there. Just look across to your right. Don't look at the camera. And I'll do the same.
And what's the point?
Right. It was just to figure out whether. Yeah, it's all right.
Aye, to figure out whether it's mirrored or not.
Yeah.
Aye. Well, I'm not sure the best way to do that is. Hold on, the best way to do it, if you get any writing on your t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's just a flag. I mean, writing on your t-shirt.
Scotland. I thought it's Scotland. No, it doesn't.
The best way to tell if it's mirrored is to, you know, have a look and hold up something with writing on it in front of the camera.
Yeah, hang on.
And then you'll see whether it's mirrored or not.
There we go.
And the answer is yes, it is mirrored.
Aye. Yeah. Okay. Right. Fine. That sorts that out. Right. Okay. Experiment over.
Right.
Now we can have a wee chat. All right. What's been happening today?
I have no idea.
I know there.
I'm going to do a wee bit of research. Apparently, Liz Truss is threatening the EU, but you know how stupid Liz Truss is, you know. That's the whole point of this Queen's speech, you know. And it says here, Truss threatens to suspend Brexit deal in weeks if EU does not change.
I saw a nice.
That was Robert the Bruce sent it to me.
Sorry, I saw a nice wee comment of somebody, and it was when Angus Robertson did that. He did the German speech, yeah, and somebody said going forward to an independent Scotland and figuring on what we've got now, who would you rather have as a foreign secretary? Liz, what's her face? Is it Liz Truss? Yeah,
Liz Truss.
or Angus Robertson? You know, that's the context.
Angus Robertson's a hands down winner.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, the ignorance in them, David. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, we know Liz Truss. We know that. GC's going Liz Truss. No, it's just the way I say it. That's all. I'm running these teeth into my dog.
Aye, I'm the same.
Oh.
But hey, the thing is, the arrogance of them. You know what I mean? They've got the weaker position in the negotiations, and yet there they are trying to bully the EU. I mean, the headline this morning said it all actually, and that was a Truss brace for trade war. That's where this has gone. But what they don't realise is they're going to get slapped by both sides. Because Biden, just trade embargo with the UK.
Yeah.
You know, if they mess with the NI protocol. And a trade war with the EU when we don't have anybody internationally to trade with is just economic stupidity. And that'll explain why that idiot Prince Charles or the comedy character, cartoon character Big Ears was saying yesterday about the importance of the unity of the UK and its internal market. You know.
I know.
And when he was delivering his mammy's speech, because it looks like they're quite willing to make the people suffer, and I mean really bloody suffer.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, trade war with the EU, they just cut you off. The Americans, because you're putting up borders, a border on the island, cut you off.
Yeah.
You then become an international pariah. That will explain why they want to import radioactive food for the Fukushima area of Japan. It looks like these idiots are pulling up the fucking drawbridges down that road.
This is genocide. No other word for it. This is genocide. You stack everything up together.
I've been saying that.
Actions that's meant to kill people, and that's the end of.
You're exactly right. The people here have been telling you. I've been saying, the people, especially people who watch me long term, I've been saying this for years now. This is genocide. It started off with the persecution of the disabled, taking away their mobility, taking away their benefits. People were just dying.
Yeah.
You know, and then they moved on to persecuting the poorest in society, and that's why we've got fucking food banks all over the place.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to watch that.
Yeah,
it's children watching this today.
I'm going to put a swearing box on David's table, so every time he swears, he has to take a pound out. He'll need to go and get some money first, and then put a pound in the box every time he swears.
No chance. What's going to happen is I'm going to empty the box, you're in the corner and buy a 4-pack of beer. That's not going to happen. Man. But no, you're right, it is genocide, and it's been building. And if we look at some of these latest bills that have gone through, you know, and then we look at the do not resuscitate notices that were slapped on the elderly down in England, and especially during the pandemic, the early days of the pandemic.
Yeah.
There is no other way to describe it except for genocide. And then, of course, the idea that the pandemic made it onto this wee rock in the first fucking place was genocide. They didn't pull up the drawbridges, they didn't land all the airplanes, nothing in route except for essential goods and medicines. And nobody gets off the boats, just the containers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The thing that shocked me bad over the past couple of weeks was when I read that thing from the Trussell Trust. Who do all the food banks, and they said 25% of the population of the United Kingdom use food banks.
You know,
that's, you know, and one takes that is a correct figure. It's worked out on their own figures on what they're being told. I just, you couldn't imagine.
What we're actually being, but wait a minute, David, what we're actually been seeing with the genocide that's going on and things like this, we're getting elderly population, so they're trying to cure the problem. At the same time, what they're doing is what they always do in one of these cycles, money. They tighten up the people's access to money. But they're going further this time. They're going to crash the economy until we get poor. And then they're going to open up again. And I don't mean poor, that part will kill people as well. Then they're going to open up again and allow the money to flow back in again. And people will be needing things because they'll have sold off everything to survive.
Yeah.
The banks are filling their coffers while the people are being made poorer. And there's another battle going on out there that people really don't understand, that you and I have a bit of an understanding of. And that is the war that's going on between the banks and the corporations for control of money. Because during the period of quantitative easing, the corporations souped up that much bloody money, they ended up with more money in their coffers than what the banks did. That's how we see people like Elon Musk worth that amount of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's also a power struggle going out there, on out there between the new money and the old money. The new money being the corporations and the old money being the banks. You know, and the banks know that they're losing, and that's why the G7 finance ministers got together and said they're going to launch digital money.
Yep.
And that digital money will be programmable so that they can tell us what we can and can't spend it on.
Yeah, it's that word programmable. It's the scary bit, because that means then they can actually switch off what you can buy.
That's right.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is a return to the days where you are beholden to the employer. You mind when the guys work in the mines and they get paid in mine tokens, they trend in the mine shop and in the mine pub. It wasn't the real money. That's what we're seeing a return to here.
Well, in actual
but
fact,
on a massive scale.
the last court case that went through about that was in Mexico over what's the name of the ASDA company in America?
Walmart.
Walmart were taken to court by its employees because they were doing the same.
I remember the case, David.
Over half their wage was in credits that they could only spend
in Walmart,
which is ridiculous, you know.
I remember the case. It was, and that's where they're headed. That's where the G7 ministers and folks, if you're not tuned in, don't know this, go and Google Rishi Sunak's address to the G7 ministers and the signing of the agreement to create digital currency. It's worth watching. So it is. It really is worth watching. It's frightening.
Right, look, but I suggest what we do is wrap it up there, all right?
I think so.
Test between now and next week, and then...
This has been a half-hour show.
What?
This hasn't been a test, it's been a half-hour show.
Shh, you're not supposed to say that. We'd start the show next Thursday.
No, we start the evening one next Thursday.
People are getting a preview.
Hey, we start the evening one next Thursday. You know, we can always have a laugh during the day, but we'll make sure this is bloody well working.
But Patricia Fergus says, was listening to 16 tons the other day, and it seems you're going back to that. All together now, I move 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day rolled around, deeper in debt. Sold to the company store.
That's it, aye.
Right, anyway, okay, that was charming.
It was working all right, aye. I hope
How the hell
you found that interesting.
Is there a button somewhere?
You don't switch it off, I do.
Who gave you all the power?
I was the one that started the stream, you bum. You start the stream the next time if you want the button and switch it off. Listen, folks, I hope you found this interesting and entertaining as well as informative, because that's the point. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap, and we want to be able to read your comments. And David, I think the phone is the best way to do it, because what we can do is sit in front of our computers, put the big screen up, and we'll be able to see the comments and get really interactive. So this is probably the best way to do this.
Yeah.
I'll just have to project my voice towards the phone a little more for being a little low. And for those of you that are watching on mobile phones, plug in some earplugs.
Yeah, in actual fact, I've got a pair of Bluetooth earplugs.
You would get show off. Yeah. You tech monster.
They're cheap as days. Do you want me to order them as well?
Get yourself a fake. I wouldn't know how to hook them up with a phone. You smart ass git.
All right, mate. Okay.
Right. Catch
See you
later,
go.
buddy.
Bye.
Hope you folks enjoyed it. Bye now.